What is the experience of having a very determined pursuer among your comrades? In order to become the girlfriend of the male lead, she didn't hesitate to deliberately create scandals to frame the male lead. As long as she isolated the male lead, she could claim him as her own, and his affection for her would multiply. Originally, she was about to win the male lead over, but the male lead had more than one pursuer, and Chiu Yang discovered the secret. At first, the female attendees for the dance were decided, but on the day of the dance, some parents caused a scene in the principal's office. They didn't approve of a dance with one guy and 3 girls turning into a dance with 2 guys and 2 girls, so Xiao Sang had no choice but to withdraw from the dance. As the dance was approaching, they coincidentally needed one more girl, and it seemed like the closet was the most suitable option. At the strong request of the male lead, she didn't agree immediately. Then there was a series of teasing performances that not only fulfilled her wish to dance with the male lead but also made him extremely grateful. But she didn't expect Chiu Yang to appear out of nowhere, as if she had known the progress of the situation in advance. Immediately, Chiu Yang invited her to a private talk as the student council president, but she insisted that the male lead be present, not realizing that this move would turn his love life into a mess. And Chiu Yang's first words were to prevent the closet from participating in the dance. Faced with Chiu Yang's relentless pressure, the closet refused to give up the opportunity to dance with the male lead. Seeing the tense atmosphere, the male lead was instantly terrified. Although Chiu Yang had authority and could detain people, the closet, as a member of the news club, was not afraid of him at all. He threatened to expose the student council president's misconduct when he returned, but Chiu Yang didn't take it seriously at all. So, they were you, no class? This remark sent shivers down the closet's spine, while the male lead looked at Chiu Yang in astonishment. It turns out that all the previous rumors about the male lead juggling 3 relationships were intentionally fabricated by the closet. His purpose was to isolate the male lead from everyone and get close to him under the guise of a personal interview to clear his name. Furthermore, he spread rumors among the underclassmen that the male lead was a scoundrel, with the goal of having the male lead's original dance partners voluntarily withdraw so that he could step in. Sharp words cut like a knife, and Chirikue broke out in a cold sweat, but he still didn't admit to what he had done. It wasn't until Chiu Yang presented ironclad evidence that on the day the male lead was framed, the news club's schedule was tampered with, and Chiu Yang had secretly obtained video evidence, and the parents who caused the scene today were arranged by the closet. Under various pressures, the closet acknowledged these facts, and his only goal was to get the male lead. After all, it was rumored that one of the 3 people at the dance would end up with the male lead. The male lead couldn't believe that the closet had betrayed him and claimed that he had invited her to the dance, and during the week of being isolated and framed, he was the only one she practiced martial arts with every day. This statement awakened the male lead. At this moment, the girl lifted her modesty, expressing her desire to monopolize the male lead, while Chiu Yang and the others kept getting in her way. The opportunity for the mysterious girl to express her feelings for the male lead arose during last year's baseball game when the male lead happened to help her block a baseball. At that moment, her heart began to stir. The male lead, at the time, just wanted to strike up a conversation with a pretty girl but unknowingly left an impression in the girl's heart. Then, the closet confessed his love to the male lead in front of Chiu Yang, expressing her desire for the male lead to treat her alone. However, the male lead calmly refused her, ignoring the girl's heartfelt tears. Although all of this was for the sake of the male lead, it was a fact that she had framed him to the brink before, which also caused Chiu Yang and several others to be implicated. Then the male lead's mood changed, and he bluntly stated that there was no possibility between them, leading him to leave the scene first, feeling guilty and wanting to publish a clarifying newspaper article. However, although this allowed him to vent his anger, it left another vacancy among the dance partners, but Chiu Yang assured him not to worry and smiled slyly, saying she was well prepared. The appearance of this mysterious girl surprised the male lead. In the evening, the campus dance proceeded smoothly. The male lead's first dance partner was his childhood friend, Hinata Aoi. They danced in front of the whole school, and suddenly, Hinata Aoi asked the male lead if he had someone he liked. The male lead was speechless and said he didn't, to which Hinata Aoi ambiguously replied that she didn't either. Wait a minute. Didn't you love Little Sang to death before? The appearance of the second dance partner made the male lead blush. It was the enchanting Chiu Yang, who had dressed herself up beautifully. The male lead then took her hand and held her waist, making Chiu Yang blush with embarrassment. Their dance was dazzling and radiant, as if they were the leading couple in a romance. Meanwhile, while Chiu Yang danced with the male lead, Bishua was writing a new draft with a broken heart. As the school's aloof goddess, Chiu Yang danced with the male lead on stage, leaving countless boys envious. After the dance ended, Chiu Yang even asked the male lead for a reward. When the lights went out, Chiu Yang suddenly kissed him, and the embarrassed male lead quickly ran down from the stage. Before the male lead could savor the moment, the third dance partner slowly appeared, and it was the girl who had taken off her glasses. This scene of the three-colored love left the male lead in a daze, and they embraced each other with ease and familiarity, starting to dance slowly with the music. As someone who had liked the male lead from the beginning, Sange was not in a hurry like the previous two, but instead enjoyed the moment of dancing with the male lead. She was very grateful to the male lead for taking her and the others to the library in the beginning to help the lonely her make more friends. Finally, with cheers from the crowd, the campus dance came to a successful end.